Okay, good morning everyone. So today we are going to teach you guys how to set the pose for the zombie awakening. Let's take a look about the final video. I think that's the things I hope you guys can do in the end of this semester to create full animations so that you can understand when we are working on an animation project how many systems you have to integrate and how many things you have to prepare. Let's take a look. So first thing, basically, as far as I can see the camera movement, the camera was slightly shaking because I was trying to simulate when we are hold on the camera, basically our body will shake a little bit. Okay, and then the camera focus on the tone and graveyard and physical simulations. The graveyard has been broken, and then the zombie awake, start to stand up and start to move. Okay, so it's a very simple animation, but we have to do many different things for this kind of setting. First thing for sure is about the scene setting. There are some free resources which I download from the internet, and also some of the resource was made by myself, and including the landscape and also some of the decoration right here. And also we have the particle system and also the fog effect so that you can see this kind of volumetric light right here. And final things about the physical simulations, the ground setting right here, and also the pose of our model. Okay, so actually there are many different things we need to do, but I have simplified the entire process, which means set up the model for you. So you don't have to go through everything by yourself. But still, if you want to become a profession, if you really want to find a job inside this industry, well, it's better for you to know that. Okay? The things I give you, I would not say it's super basic, but I would say is intermediate level so that he can help you to find a fairly okay or fairly good job inside the industry. So if you want to become a professional, that's the minimum things you need to learn. Okay, let's go back to the 3D model and let's take a look about the emulation setting. I will hide all these objects so that it will not take too much resource from my laptop. Let's go to the material preview, and the things I want to show you is about the model. So because the model is about awakening of the zombie, so as far as you can see, we have to make the zombie lie down, and then it will gradually start to move. And also, when you wake up, the hand will move. He will stretch his arm, so that we can using his arm to break the ground, and then he will climb out of the tomb. So that's the idea. So as far as I can see, it contains many different complicated movements, especially you have to rotate his full body. So it's not that easy, but anyway, I will tell you how to do this kind of multi-layer controlling for your skeletons. Okay, so please try to follow the progress. Okay, alright, so let's go to our zombie model. Alright, so in the previous tutorial, we have already tried to set the walking cycle and also the attack mode and also idle mode. So that's about the setting of our zombie. So now, since we already have animation, so if I want to create another animation, should we delete all the keyframe right here? Well, actually we don't. So right here, let's take a look. So first things is about the setting of the amateurs and also your bones. So first things, you can do the same operation just like me. Usually, I prefer to using empty object to control all the movement of your zombie, so that when you are working on a past animation or when you are working on another, let's say, uh, the controlling for the full object, you can using this empty object to control your model and also your skeletons. You don't have to go to the post mode and editing the detail of your bones. Right. But another thing is that we have forget to do that in this setting because we actually usually we have to set a root bone for everything. So right here, let's do that. Okay. Let's go to edit mode and choosing the two bones, and we can move Shift S, move cursor to selected. If you want, you can still turn on your shortcut view-R. And Shift A create one more bone. And for this bone, it has to control all the controller inside these armatures, including the IK handle, the port target. Okay, all the things right here, and also your root bone. Once you finish the selections, choosing the root bone for all as the last one. Control P, keep offset. Now let's go to pose mode. Let's take a look. If we can use this one to control all fan, so which means your setting is correct. So through this operation, basically now we have two layers of operation. This is the first one. We can use this one to control all the bones inside your armature setting. And this is the second layer. This is the empty object. Okay? Alright? So that using this way, we can do more detailed control and easy for us to do the operations. If you want to see why I make this empty object and how it can do, you can take a look about my YouTube channel. I have already uploaded how to make the zombie walk along the unflattened landscape. If you want to do that, you can use this one, using this empty object to do the operations. Alright, so let's wipe out the note right here. So now I'm going to set a second animation for our model character. Right now we already have one. This is about working cycle, right? So if we want to create a new animations, we need to go to Dub Sheet right here. And as far as you can see right now, we have an animation. This is about the working cycle. So I will call this one Z walk, right? So this is the first one. And you can click these unlink action buttons so to remove that one. But don't worry, it was still here. You can take a look, okay? It was still here. So just click a new button, and now let's call this one Z Wake. Wake up. So now we have a new seat for the animations, right? So now let's take a look how to set the animation for this one. Actually, we need to set a couple of new pose so that we can use that one to do the animation set. So let's go to the set browsers, and also I'd like to press T to turn off the right side panel, but press N to turn on the left side panel. Okay, usually that's my experience. So now select all of them, bring your zombie back to the original pose. For now, for the wake animation, I'd like to use in the root bone rather than the empty object. So let's choose in the root bone, press R and X, rotate into -90 degree. Alright, holy shit, something happened. Alright, let's do that again. R and X, rotate. Oh, okay, right here. We forget the necktie because for the necktie we have the bending bone right here. So let's go back to the edit mode, choosing the necktie and choosing the root bone for everything, keep off that. So now it's supposed to work. Let's take a look. R and X, 90. R and X, -90. Okay, so now we make the zombie lying down. And also for sure, let's go to the top view, press 7 button and go to the top view. We need to change a little bit, for example, like the arm itself. Like the arm, and also we have to select the pole as well. Let's do one side, one by one. Do that one by one. So let's press. I think this one probably no. G. Move this one down like this, and for this part as well. Press G. Move your arm down. Okay, just like this. And if you think, well, the foot doesn't look lively, it doesn't look natural. So you can move this one. Let's go to the side view. When you are sleeping, probably this one will look more like this. Let's choose this one. Okay, make your neck bend a little bit. G and Y. Okay, just like this. G and Y, and move your sun down just a little bit, probably like this. Okay, and how about the body? I think the body is fine, but if you want, I think I'd like to bend a little bit for its neck. R and X, and let's go to the top view. R and Y, let this one bend a little bit. And for the eyes, I think we can do something like this. Probably move this one to just empty part. Okay, so now it was sleeping. It's not awake yet. Now let's select all the bone right here. Go to Assets, create pose assets. And also let's rename this one. For this one, let's go wake 01. Alright, so this is the first one. So for the next one, we need to set an animation about how they start to awaken. So in order to do that, let's choosing your arm handle and also the pole target, and including your bone right here. I think also your necktie as well. Sorry for that. I think right here the necktie is there's something wrong here, so we need to fix that. G and probably G, moving this one out, and R and X, rotate. Let's read it again. RX, rotate to the right directions, and then press G and Z, move this one down. Okay, so now it looks fine. Let's create it one more time and replace the Wake 01. This one, and using this one to let's clear this part. Choosing clear assets, Wake 01. Alright, so now let's make our zombie awaken. So let's choosing the handle and also choosing your pro target, choosing your root bone, and also your necktie as well. Let's go to the side view, fix RX, and rotate, I think 90. Alright, so just like this. And probably we can move this one a little bit to the right side, so press G and Y, move to something like this. Okay, and also it's almost impossible to using just the bone right here to wake up. So we also need the hand to move. So probably when he try to move, he try to uh, wake up, we need the arm to support its body so that we can using the arm as a support and to start to bend our body. So let's choosing G, and for now you can see why it become like this, because our product is still right here. Alright, the product it will indirect the direction of the bending direction of your arm, so we need to move these two things. G and Z, move this one up, and now let's choose this one, so it will look like this. So now the next thing we need to do is to bend our hand, probably R, Z, Z, something like this, R, Y, Y. Okay, bend it just like this, and this part is supposed to be straight, otherwise you can using your arm to do the supporting. G, Z, okay, send down. Let's go to the perspective, go to top view. Okay, for now it looks fine. And how about the other one? The other one, I think it doesn't matter, probably only one for support is quite enough. So let's press G and Z. We can make this one probably has some different pose. R, Y, Y, but R, Z, Z. Sometimes you just need time to find out the right directions. And also for the eyes, because for now it was yeah, also okay, some face expression supposed to show up. G, and also you can make your tongue go up. Alright, so now let's take a look about your where is the controller for the eyeball? I think somehow we missed that. I don't know where it is. Ah, probably right here. Is that the no, that's the pro target for the leg. Maybe these two. Oh yeah, these two. That's right. So let's go back to and also we can change the pose right here, RZZ, and start to unfold, something like this. And I think it can be probably that's G and Y. Sorry, not this one. This is the response. This one is correct. Something like this. Let your knee to be bent a little bit. G and Y. Alright, just like this. So now let's select everything and go to the asset, create new asset. For this one, this is working 101. And for this time, this is a working 02. Alright, so now let's take a look. Is that okay or not? Okay. It seems fairly okay, but we are not sure yet. If you want to have more detailed controlling, for example, like how the arm to be bent, well, actually all the things right here, they are hidden on the ground, so it doesn't matter that much. But I hope we can make a very lively and naturally animations. So when we wake up, you have to think about that. When we wake up, we will using our arm as a supporting and to support our body to be bent and to stand up. Alright, so probably it's okay. Since now we already have the animation set, so we can try to do the animation first. So let's select everything, insert location and rotation. And for the next one, probably on the frame 10, let's go to the rectangle, location and rotation. So now, alright, so it looks like this. Okay, let's go to the next part. So for the next, it was start. Oh, we need to start to stand up. So actually, you can try just directly try to use in walk 01, alright? But for this time, we need to rotate this one to 90 degree, probably 90. Oh, sorry. Let's try it again. R and negative 90. R X negative 90. Sorry. R X and 90. Alright. So let's insert location and rotation. Now let's take a look. Actually, it's not correct because for now, as far as you can see, right here is still weird, right? Because this part, it just seems like if we didn't use any support, then we can just wake up. So in the middle, we need to create one more pose. So let's go to here. Okay, let's go to the frame 10. Based on the frame 10, the wake 02, this one, to do another set. So next part is about to stand up. So in order to stand up, its body will bend even more. So let's try to do that. G and Y moving forward, and it will bend even more. R and X bend more. And its foot, it will start to move. G and Y move like this, and it will start to bend. R and X bend a little bit. G, sorry, G and Y. and G, Z. And the left leg, it will be straight, G and Y. Let's move, change this one, G and Y. And for his two arm, I think right now, since he is about to stand up, we need the two arm to support its movement. And also right here, we need to fix this part because right now the arm is totally when it goes through the skirt or the jacket. So let's try to fix that. Right, and we don't need to select this one. Press G, and I think let's go to the top view. We can rotate this one R and Z. And press G, Z, and a little bit. Okay, this one is fairly okay. And press G and X, move this one to the side. R and Y, and more. R and Y. Okay, just like this. And for this part, let's do the same things. Let's fix the jacket first. R and XX. And for this part, I hope the finger can be, it looks like it was super tense and every finger was trying to put more force to support your body. So REZ, just like this. Alright, and let's bring this one, move this one forward. Let's go to the front side view, and go to another side. G. And for sure, we need to change the face expression so that you can make your stuff more lively. Let's change the eyelid as well. Eyelids right here. Sorry. G. Okay, I think this one is pretty much down. So let's create one more asset. That's the name of this one is wig 03. Alright, and let's insert the wig 03 right here, probably on frame 15. Let's using wig and insert location and rotation. Now let's take a look. This part haven't been done. So actually this one is a little bit weird because the foot right here is supposed to support its body to stand up. So for this part we can try to do one more pose. Let's press G, R and X. And also, oh, where is the handle? Okay, right here. Sometimes that's very annoying because when we are working on animations, there's no perfect rigging, okay? The things I really need to tell you is that there is no perfect rigging. I used to buy something super expensive model from the internet, and they say it was well rigging and everything has been done, but unfortunately, if you want to go through some type of very extreme weird pose, or probably you want to make things move super intense. still your rigging will be broken. So there's no perfect rigging, okay? But try to do your best. So now the foot, suppose it looks like this, something like that. And this one I think it has to touch the ground, otherwise it cannot support your body, the weight of your body. Alright, I'm choosing open, G. And also the neck, I think it's supposed to bend to the Y direction, so that's using R and Y, sorry, R and X. And at the very beginning, the mass center is supposed to be going down because it just break up, so it's not very steady yet. His body pose is not very steady yet, so I think the weight pose is supposed to be going down, and then we can rotate a little bit. And okay, let's this part. In order to make his body movement more stable, so his head will move forward just like this. This one moving forward, and but this one is still well on the opposite side. Okay, so let's do this. And his arm, try to stable his body just like this. Okay, and also for the front view, you can try to shaking its center root bone, because for just like you know, when you are trying to stand up, your body usually is not very stable, so it will shake a little bit. So let's press G and X, and let's select the root bone on the body part. Press R and Y, just like this. Just very slightly, because for the rest part we can try using the noise editor to do that. So choosing create a pose assets, and let's call this one wake 04. Right, so now once you finish these operations, let's create one more set, insert location and rotation. Let's take a look. I think this part for now is fairly okay. Okay, right here. That's another thing. Because for now, when it was trying to stand up, the foot right here is supposed to move even more back. But right now, it seems like in the middle, it's not in a correct positions. So if you want to go to very detail, we still can fix that. But I think for now, let's take a look. Play again. Okay, not very good. Alright, so let's create one more pose based on this one. Alright, so let's choosing open based on these animations. We need to create one more. So basically, I think this one is pretty easy. Let's just try to move the, not this one. Try to move this foot. Probably just have the samples like the one which is on the other side, G and Y, R and X. Sorry. Okay, something like this, R and X. And also your arm supposed to probably move back as well. A little bit back. G and Y. Like this. G and Z. For your root bone, that's R and X. Moving forward. And for this one, R and X. Moving forward. And again, change your, since for every pose, for every intermediate middle pose, I will change its face expressions to make this one more lively. Okay, something like this. G. And for sure about the eye, we need to rotate. Okay, cool. Alright, select everything and go to Assets, create pose asset. And this one is wake. I think this is not about, it's the wake, sorry, not walk. Wake, let's change the name right here. This one, I think, hopefully this one can be walk 05. And for the one which we just create, this one, it can be walk 04. Okay, so now let's take a look. So right now in between them, I want to insert a wake 04. Insert location and rotations. Okay, so now it looks fine. And we can start to make this one. After this, we can start to make the zombie start to work. Okay, actually, let's choose in this one. Copy. And after that, paste. Oh, it doesn't work. Alright, that's okay. And let's make this one start to work. Walk 02. Insert location and rotation. For now, we cannot use in cycles because the graphic editor cycle, because once you using that, it will repeat in the awakening animation, so we cannot do that. So if you want to make an invoking animation, we can. The only things we can do is just manually set right here. Why it doesn't work? It's supposed to work. Actually, I want to copy the one right here, and it's supposed to work. Let's go back to wake up. Delete. Okay. Let's just randomly create the rest animations. Alright, so now let's take a look. Okay, cool. So now let's take a look. So once we finish the set of Z zombie wake up, I think for the rest part it's just about a working cycle. So for the rest part, you can just copy the one which we have already made before. And also right here, I'd like to create let's say using the graphic editor to add on more detail. So right now we already have the red bone animations right here, right? So next part is choosing all of them, and I want to go to modifier for the root bone. Actually, this one is super complicated, so I think I'd like to use in these locations right here, and add modifier, noise modifier. Let's take a look how it works. Okay, I think the shaking, it looks fine. Okay, it looks fine. So for not only about the wristbone, also for the eyeballs, I want to create one more. So let's go back to select everything. I want to go back to T-pose because it will be easier for me to create the eyeball modifier. Let's go to noise. But probably for this one, it's very supposed to be very light. So maybe just 0.5, 0.05. And for this one, let's go back. Press N, turn on this one. Let's choose in the location of the eyeball and go to the noise modifier for strength 0.05. Alright, so now let's take a look. Okay, so it looks fine for now, but I hope it can sleep for a little bit longer. So let's go back to the assets library, and for the sleeping mode, I hope probably I will insert one more key. Actually, just copy past, then it will be down. Okay, just like this. Okay, I think it's fairly okay about the awaken animations. So if you think the awaken is too fast, you want to see more details, yeah, for sure. Right here. After this one is about the working cycle. So you can actually delete all of them, and we can scale up this one. Probably for this one, I'd like to move this to the frame 40. It will be easier for me to remember the speed. 30, 40, and for this one, maybe just 50. Forty, 45, 50. Okay, I just try to arrange the frame. So now after this one, it's about, it's pretty much the same. Okay, let's delete. Okay. I think this is a wake 4 or wake 5. Oh, this is a wake 5. So this is a wake 5. And this is probably working 1. Okay, for the rest, let's just delete. So for the 70 frame 70, we will finish the entire awaken animations. For the frame 80, we can make a work cycle 1. What happened to you? Let's go back to T-pose. Because right now the rotate root bone is still not rotate. We haven't rotated the root bone to 90 degrees yet, so we need to rotate it first. Choose this one. Slide view. Auto R. Okay. And select everything. Let's go back to walk Y. So now let's insert location and rotation. So after that, you can use in the working cycle to do the rest animations. Let's take a look of this one. If you want, let's copy this one. Wake up animations from 2080. Alright, so now let's take a look. Turn off your overlay viewport. And you can switch to random mode. Okay, not bad, right? So if you think the noise, for me, I think we can make the noise modifier stronger so that we can make the shaking more obviously. So, but it's up to you. Okay, probably was breathing or something. And even for this one, you can set a keyframe. Okay, so I think that's all for this tutorial. Please try to finish the set about no matter it's about the animation setting or it's about the pose library. I think for this part actually it's a little bit complicated and it really takes time for you to fix the animations, to make your animation looks more lively, because it's all based on your experience. If you really want to become an animator, if you do want to make your stuff looks like it was lively, so it just takes time and to do that, and you need to do and observe more, and you need to collect more data resource, a data library in your daily life, and try to make your stuff looks like a real lively creatures. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you for watching. See you next time.